everyone, it's Shawwall360 and I'm here with a haul that I've been meaning to do for quite a while. I've had the albums you see here for probably about 2, almost 3 weeks, but I haven't known kind of what I wanted to say when I filmed, so now that I kind of do know what I want to say, it's time to start filming. I like to call this the Breakup Edition. There's been so much kind of going on with idols leaving groups, idols being forced out of groups, groups possibly breaking up, idols going solo, that I feel like now is probably the best time that I could film this because the groups and artists I'm going to show you have kind of been down that road before. So they're an example of kind of maybe the most positive outcome of a situation like that. And I'm going to start with probably the oldest of the conflicted groups, and that would be Super Junior. I mean, it's no secret Super Junior has had its drama, of course, with the leaving of Hanking and then Kpop, who SM says he's officially a member of Super Junior, but let's just be honest, he's not in the group anymore. But this is their 7th release, which goes to show there is life after a breakup, so don't give up hope. And also that you can be stronger after a breakup. To me, this is Super Junior's best album. I've never owned a Super Junior album before. I never wanted to own a Super Junior album before. I heard Mamacita, and I wasn't too keen on the single. It was alright, most Super Junior singles are, danceable or at least listenable. But I heard the rest of the album, and I remember thinking when I heard the rest of it, finally, a Super Junior album I want to buy. Because I loved the single for Sexy Free and Single, but the album wasn't for me. So this is the new album, Mamacita, and I already took it apart because, I film with one hand, and for me, this album was a really hard album to manipulate with one hand. So I'm just going to kind of go over the basics because there's a lot of unboxings already on YouTube, but it's got this outside, it's shaped like a box. It comes with a box, and this is the lid. On the outside, it's got this gold print on top of a black. It looks like leather, but it's just like cardboard and maybe laminated cardboard. But it looks like leather, and it gives it a very vintage, rich feel, which is good because this is an older group, so they deserve to have kind of a more elegant look to their packaging. On the side, you've got the 7 stars, you've got Super Junior, you've got the 7 stars again, and you've got Mamacita. And then the 7 stars is nice because there's the whole sheriff and western thing and, outlaws in the South. So this is really cool. I love the concept for this, and I love the fact that the outside packaging matches the inside concept photos. So that's really great. I love that so much. Also, I really love the fact that the theme not only goes with like the photos, goes with the outside package, but even carries on to the CD itself. The only thing I wish is that the CD had been gold and black instead of the silver and black, because the outside of the CD is gold, and so it would make more sense to me to keep it gold, but that's neither here nor there. I really like the way that the star was done, so that's nice. That's really cool. I love this kind of print. I don't know what they call this kind of print, but I think that's awesome. And then the pictures inside of the photo book are so nice. Like, there's the modern suit looks, and those are cool. But then the western looks, I love these. I just really think it's a great theme. And so I'm happy with this. I'm really happy with this. For this being my first Super Junior purchase, I don't think I could have done any better. And then I'm sure that you guys are wondering what photo card I got. I got the best photo card, at least in my opinion. I got this photo card here. I got Etuk. When I first saw this photo card, I remember thinking, so they're putting boy porn in Super Junior albums. But then I was like, well, no, SM obviously had to clear this by somebody, so maybe it's just meant to be like Super Junior wants to get more intimate with you. But yeah, that looks like one of those like messages you'd get in your DMs, like, hey, what are you doing right now? That kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm really glad I got Etuk because to me, he's a perfect example of a really strong K leader. A lot of groups that experience breakups, there's always the option of like completely falling apart. And it usually takes that one person to kind of get everybody to say, you know what, we can do this, don't freak out. And to me, Etuk has been that person, and he's been a perfect leader, and I really, really respect him. And considering all the personal drama he's been through, especially while he was with the military, I have a lot of respect for this guy. So since I don't have a bias in Super Junior, this was really the best choice for me. So I'm really, really glad I got this card. So that is Mamacita. Now I have an example of another group that's gone through a breakup early in its lifetime, but that at the end of the day had probably more success after the breakup, and that it actually worked out for the best for everybody involved. So this is 2PM's new album, Go Crazy. Michigo Anya. Is that how they say it in Korean? Don't hate me. I don't speak Korean, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. The fact that I said y'all ought to let you know that I barely speak English. But yeah, this is their new album, Go Crazy. I got the regular edition because the grand edition was like 2 times the price, and I couldn't afford it. I'm sorry. I'm poor. Well, I wouldn't say poor, but I have so many things I want to buy, and I cannot afford to buy everything I want to buy, so I have to be really frugal with my purchases. So I got the regular edition. It comes with a really nice slipcover. All those dots that you see, yeah, it's printed on the slipcover and on the album, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, the Go Crazy and the 2PM, it's all on there. And then when you look at the front cover, it's written in like ghost shadow font, so it's still on the album itself too. The album is really hyper glossy, as you can tell. And then you've got the track list here. Of the track list, I would say that probably my favorite song on the whole album is number 4. I love that song. If you have a chance, look it up on YouTube. It's a really great song. And of course, the lead single, I think it's so catchy and addictive. The rest of the album, not necessarily my favorite. I do like the Korean version of I'm Your Man, but I feel like Junkei is still very young for a producer, so I'd like to give him some time to kind of get the continuity game together. And then, of course, you know, the credits are down here, which you can't hardly see because my camera is refusing to focus, but basically it's printed by KT Music. It says Genie on it, and it's Made in Korea, JYP. Inside, it's formatted very much like the Grown album, where you've got the CD on one side and on the little foam nub, and on the other side, you've got the photo book. The only difference being that in this album, your CD has a different member. So I have Chensung, but other people have gotten Hooyoung, Taekyeon, Junho, Junkei, Nikkyun. I mean, anybody. You could get anyone. So I'm glad I got this one. And that's part of the reason why I waited to film this haul, is because I didn't know if I was going to keep this. A friend of mine is like the biggest, hottest I know, and this is her bias. So I told her that when her albums came in, if she got somebody else and didn't get her bias, that I would trade for her. But she was like, you know what, I don't care if I get my bias or not. Whatever comes in, I'm keeping it anyway because I love them all. So yeah, this is the one I get to keep. But that's cool. I like Shansung. He's cool. And then this is the photo book. And it's so funny because they were so mature in their last album, Grown. And in this one, they're like such little boys. I mean, they're just so incredibly goofy acting. But I love it, though. I really love it. It's kind of like making the statement, you know, even though we are grown up, we haven't forgotten how to party. So that's awesome. And then also, it's just kind of a nice throwback to the Hands Up days, like, you know, that whole energy. So I like it a lot. This was a fun purchase for me. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is kind of the other side of a breakup. When you leave a superpower group, what happens to you then? Where does your career go, especially when you're not Chinese? Because one of the things about Luhan and Chris leaving K-pop behind is that they really have it way better than, say, Jessica. Because for Jessica, being a Korean person, Korea is like her home market. Even though she is, I believe, an American, that's still kind of her home market. But if you're Chinese, you can always go back to China, which has a huge market, and where SM and other record labels that are in Korea really can't touch you. And you can go on and progress and thrive and succeed. Whereas if you are Korean, especially if you're an American operating in Korea, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to find success? Well, let's ask this guy right here, J Park. He is like the best example of somebody that not only left a superstar group, because, I mean, 2PM is pretty big. I mean, they're not as big now probably as they used to be, but still pretty big. He left that, and amidst scandal at that, and managed to totally reinvent himself as not only a solo artist, but the CEO of his own music group. I mean, he's really done it all. And so if any of you are wondering what's going to happen to my idols, let this be a lesson in hope. There's life after idoldom, and you can actually create a second life in idoldom. And I mean, he did it. He did it. And I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of this album. This is J Park's second album, Evolution. It's a trifold. You have the track list on the back here. And most of the songs have been released within the last couple of years. Some of them for 2013, some of them 2014. So you've probably heard just about every song on here. But what I really love about this album is the way that the track list is done. Jay Park kind of has like 3 different genres of music. He does R&B style music, you know, ballads and, you know, a lot of singing and, you know, cute stuff. Then he does his hardcore hip hop with a lot of rapping and curse words and things like that. And then he does like his party joints. It's kind of like, you know, hey, put your hands up, let's party, let's dance. And the way this album is arranged, like 1 through, I would say 6 are all the more R&B style. And then 7 through probably 11 are all his more hardcore stuff. And then 12 through 17 are all his dance hits. So it's really great because depending on like what part of Jay Park's music you're into, he makes it to where you don't have to skip around a lot. You can like listen to the ones you like and then go on to the next section if you want to, or you know, you can listen to the whole thing if you like all of Jay Park. So I thought that was really great because I'll be honest, some of the hardcore stuff for me, I don't really like it. I don't like a lot of curse words, even though I cuss like a sailor. I don't like to hear other people cuss. It's very disconcerting to me. I'm kind of shy like that. But anyway, let's get on to the packaging. As you can see on the side, it's Jay Park. And it's pretty. It's kind of gold. There you go. And then on the other side, it's the same thing. You open it up. The first thing you see is the photo book, second album, Evolution. And then you see the word Evolution written on the white. It's that matte kind of white that gets dirty really easily. I don't know how to... I can't close up on it for you to really see, but it's kind of a weedy printed paper. Yeah, it's not going to focus enough for you to see it, but just kind of like I was telling you how the winner had a weave, this is a paper that has a weaved texture. Oh, almost got it. Almost focused on it. Come on, you can do it. Come on, camera. No, it won't. Oh, there you go. So you can see the weave pattern and then the gold imprint on there. All right, and then when you open it up, you've got a Above Ordinary Music Group on the one side. You've got the CD itself, which looks just like the cover that you saw. Behind it is really nothing. I mean, I'm going to take it out, but there's really nothing behind it. See, it says Jay Park Evolution, so that's what that is. And then you've got the photo book here. Now, the photo book is kind of hobbled together. Just like I was saying how, like, the record has a bunch of songs that he already released and just kind of are all put together in this almost anthology. The photo book on this is very similar. Rather than having one concept going throughout like how we saw with 2PM and Super Junior, it's like different concepts from different videos that he's put out over the last year or so. So I'm going to open it up, and the first thing that, if you start from the back, first thing you see is the staff credits. And it's funny because they misspelled the word executive producer and executive director. They misspelled executive twice. That's kind of funny. But yeah, you've got the lyrics here and the credits like songwriters and stuff. Then you've got this photo shoot, which I guess those all came from the same time. And then you've got this photo shoot, which I think all came from the Metronome video shoot. Then you've got this photo shoot, which I believe came from the Promise video. So that's why I say it's like a bunch of different eras kind of all put together. So it's not all the same thing, but still, this is a really great album. I got it for a good price. I bought it on pre-order, so I didn't know that they were going to be coming back with signed copies for cheap. Otherwise, I would have gotten a signed copy, but I'm still happy with what I got. You know, I'm cool with it. But yeah, that is my haul. Oh, and I meant to show you guys some posters. So I ordered all of the CDs you saw right now from K-Town For You. For K-Town For You, if you order the CD, you can get the folded poster for no additional cost for the album, but it will cost you a little bit extra for shipping. What they do is that they adjust the weight on the album when they calculate the shipping if you get the free poster option. So, I mean, if you were going to take the posters, yeah, go ahead. I find that I don't really hang the posters. I mean, if it's a poster that I really want, like, if it's shiny, then yeah, I'm going to take the poster, I'm going to hang it. But for the 3 groups you saw here, I'm not big enough of a fan for me to put these posters on my wall, and these posters are humongous. So, with that being said, these posters will probably all be on a giveaway for October/November. So the first poster we have here is the 2PM folded poster, which I like it. I think it looks really cool. I think if you're a 2PM fan, this is a great addition to your wall. So, you got that there. The next poster I'm going to show you is the Jay Park poster. It's huge. It's really big. It's bigger than the 2PM poster, and exactly the album cover, but it's like so high def. Guys, this poster is so high def that you can see like the pores around his nose. You can see that he just had an edge up like a week ago. You can see like his ear piercing and how he's probably had earrings for a long time because the hole's a little bit long. I mean, it's startling how high definition this poster is. So if you are a Jay Park fan, I definitely recommend getting this because, I mean, you get everything. You could sit and you could stare at this for hours. I mean, there's a lot to look at here. But that's going to be given away. And then, like I said, all of the albums that you see here, I have posters for. So the other album poster that we're going to give away is the Super Junior poster, which I like it. I like it a lot. It's really, really nice. If I was more of a Super Junior fan, I definitely would put this on my wall because I think all the members look really good in their solo pictures. I think the only picture I don't really like is Seungmin's because one of his eyes is covered and he's facing the front, so that's kind of bothersome to me. But everybody else, I think they look really, really great. So that's that. And then I have one other poster that I'm going to give away too. Let me see here if I can get it out. Sorry I'm making so much noise, you guys, but I do these things kind of a spur of the moment, so I'm not always as organized as I need to be to do it, and so you guys get the best of me making mistakes and rearranging things. So yeah, this poster I've shown you guys before. It's the winter poster. I like Winter just fine, don't get me wrong, but I don't like them enough to put their poster up on my wall, so this is the poster from the launching edition. There's a different poster for the limited edition, but this is the poster for the launching edition. It was folded when I got it, so I apologize for these little creases in members' faces. They could have done better, but that will also be given away too. So probably what's going to happen is when we get closer to the end of October, beginning of November, I'll have a giveaway, and I'll do a drawing, and then I'll draw an order like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll get to choose preference that way. Like the first person I draw will get first preference and so on until I get rid of all the posters. But yeah, that is my haul. I hope you guys enjoy. And you know, like I say every single time I do one of these videos, pray for our idols. There's a lot going on. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with Zaya, because apparently on the 21st something big is supposed to happen, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm praying for In Black to have a quick resolution. I don't guess I ever told you guys. I think I mentioned it on my very earliest videos, but I am a big A+, and it hurts my heart to imagine that there won't be any In Black anymore. Not only because of my fandom for Rain, but also just my fandom for Geo and for the boys in general. So I really hope that that is resolved peacefully. I'm still praying for Onu. From what I understand, with their Japanese concert, he was doing they had all backtracks, so he didn't do any actual singing. So I hope his voice is recovering, and I don't know, just pray for them all. We still don't know what's going on with Sungri. Big Bang had a pictorial and he wasn't in it, and we haven't seen him since the accident, so we really don't know what kind of condition he's in. And YG, being the awesome company that they are, they're not saying anything. So yeah, just pray for them all. Pray for them all. Hope that everybody has successful comebacks. I really, really love the VIX comeback. I've never bought a VIX album, but I actually pre-ordered Error because I love that video. It is so, so good. Like, never wanted to buy a VIX album. Okay, I take that back. I actually have the MP3s of their very first release, the one that had Starlight, and their very first song, I think it's called Fantastic, or I Feel Fantastic. I bought that when they were like a rookie group, but then I never bought anything else by them because it didn't affect me. But Error, I mean, that video and that song takes me back to like Beast Fiction, if that makes any sense. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm also thinking about pre-ordering the new Beast album, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave me something below and we'll talk about it. If there's any albums you want to see me get, I am thinking about buying some more albums, but you know, things that you think would be up my alley. You see what kind of music I listen to. Give me some suggestions. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.